Welcome everyone to Westwood High School here where the Leander Lions are taking on the Westwood Warriors. We're just getting started here. Had a little bit of equipment setup, location problems. At Noel Salazar stepping into the box for the Leander Lions. First delivery outside for a ball. 1-0 count to Salazar. He's playing shortstop this evening, or this afternoon rather. Salazar drives it right up the middle to the second baseman, who flips it over to the first baseman for the first out. So 4-3 to get Salazar on the first at bat for Leander. Coming to the plate now for Leander will be number 6, Alex Young. So if you'll bear with us here, we're like I said, the equipment got a little wet in the Cedar Park game in the last outing, and just acting a little funny, but we got it set up and going. So that delivery there, a little bit inside.
Are we live?
Yes.
Here goes the next delivery to Young, inside for a strike. That ball fouled off. So Young still in the box here with a 2-2 count. There's the delivery. Get a called strike 3 for the second out here of the top of the first inning. Having a little difficulty seeing my screen on my phone because of the glare. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll just, if you'll bear with us today, we're going to get this the way that it should be. First delivery outside for a ball to the batter, number 9, Mason Montgomery. Senior pitcher, outfielder for Leander. That pitch inside, a little chin music. So we got a 1-0 count to Montgomery. Here's the pitch. Fouled off the very tip of the bat. There's the pitch. Driven high, not deep enough to get out of here, though. The center fielder's under it for the third out of the half inning, and the Lions go down in order to the Westwood Warriors. Tip of the bat. Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to still get our equipment exactly the way that we need it to be. Pitch. Driven high. A little bit of a loop around there of the stream. I apologize for that. We're in the middle of the first inning. The Lions will be pitching Mason Montgomery. I did not have the pitcher for the Warriors here on my lineup card. I'm trying to determine that. Okay, that's going to be, looks like that's Flood, who went 1-2-3 against the Lions. Mason Flood, so it'll be Mason Flood versus Mason Montgomery on the mounds. We'll try to keep pace here with the pace of the game, and I'll try to keep you updated. We did get access to stats, however, I haven't had an opportunity to really set it up, so we'll be getting season stats throughout the games in district play. Most 25 6A teams do start district play this weekend. Leander, having a bye this weekend, set up a game with Westwood. So we're getting ready to get started here in the bottom of the first. Dixon up for the Westwood Warriors. He'll be followed by Dean, the shortstop. First pitch from Montgomery in for a strike. That pitch outside from Montgomery that's run the count even at 1. So we have Dixon in the box for the Warriors. 1-1 count from Montgomery. That one's a strike. The count now going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. Montgomery starts his delivery. Coming from that left side with some heat. Gets him looking on the outside corner. So Dixon sits down, and it's pretty obvious here early on that Montgomery is going to be dealing today. So up to the plate now, number 15 for Westwood. Dean, the shortstop, to face Montgomery. First delivery in for a ball on a little bit inside. Montgomery delivers the second pitch. Boy, you can barely see it. It's got such a tracer on it, but it's inside for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Dean dug in there on the right-handed batter's box. That one comes outside and a little bit high for a ball, so we have a 3-0 count. Montgomery trying to avoid putting Dean on. And he does with the 4th pitch. And so with 4 straight pitches, Mason Montgomery puts Dean on first base. And coming up will be the 3rd baseman, number 2, Harrington, for the Warriors. He'll be followed by the catcher, Cox, and then the pitcher, Flood. So Harrington in the box. Montgomery looks over to first and fires it over there to Hensley. They're going to keep Dean honest there at first base. Looks back over at first. That's the advantage of being a left-handed pitcher. You can look over to first very easily in your windup. That one a little bit inside for a ball. First delivery to the hitter, Harrington. So we've got a 1-0 count in this matchup between Montgomery and Harrington. Second one right down the pipe. I think I saw smoke on that pitch right down the middle of the plate for a strike. 1-1 count now to Harrington. Montgomery keeping Dean honest over at first. Wants to make sure he doesn't get any kind of jump before the pitch home. Montgomery looks over at Dean, delivers home, and we did have a steal attempt by Dean, actually hit and run as Harrington fouls it off. That's going to run the count to 1-2, and Dean, of course, will jog back to first. And Harrington steps back into the box. Montgomery with the windup and gets him swinging. Second strikeout of the inning for Mason Montgomery, the senior commit to Texas Tech. Up to the plate now for Westwood will be the catcher, Ian Cox, and Flood will be on deck. He's the pitcher. Had a pretty good first inning. We'll see how he does at the plate. Neat thing about this game is, though it's not a district game for Leander today in 25-6A, it will be a district game next year when we take on Westwood, as the realignment of UIL moved Leander into kind of a super district in Wilco. Big cut from Cox, and he misses wildly. It's an 0-1 count. Dean still over on first for the Warriors. First base runner of the day for either team. He was walked by Montgomery. Montgomery starts his windup, delivers back to first to send Dean back safely to first. Toss over to Hensley, the senior first baseman, keeping Dean honest. Delivery home is a little bit high to Cox, and that'll make the count even at 1. Montgomery looks like he's got 14 pitches so far today here in the first inning. Flood finished the first with 11 total pitches. Montgomery starts the windup. They got a hit and run going. And we got a swing and a strike here at the plate, but Dean is safe at second base. So the Warriors have a runner in scoring position at second with 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. Counts 1-2 to the hitter and catcher, Cox. Montgomery delivers home, gets him swinging for strike 3, and Montgomery, with 3 strikeouts here in the first, able to put the Warriors down, and Lions will go into the top of the second inning. And we'll take the opportunity here to mention some of the Leander Lion Booster Club sponsors from today. I went and looked. You can go check these out. They have links to the businesses on leanderbaseball.com. But those sponsors are, the Grand Slam sponsors are Lowe's, Leander Orthodontics at 512-260-5300. Take 5 Haircuts at 512-506-9055. Timmons Insurance at 512-402-0595. Malik & Company and Texas Spine and Injury Center. Those are your Grand Slam sponsors. Your home run sponsor is Austin Simply Fit. If you would like to sponsor Leander Lions Baseball, please go to leanderbaseball.com and click on the sponsors link. It'll give you an application and how to go about setting that up and becoming a sponsor of Leander Lions Baseball. The Lions are currently sitting at 5-5 on the season. Not sure about the Warriors going into district play, though. Lions sitting at 500. They finished a shortened game against the Cedar Park Timberwolves and won that one 5-2 last weekend.
Hey, I was going to say, when I caught Mason at the Concordia Stadium, I tell you what, it was a sight to see, especially for the other kids to see all those shouts sitting in front of him. It must have been at least 15 of them.
Yeah, I heard there were a bunch of speed detecting guns and stuff, and that at one point apparently one of the dads saw one of the pitches was clocked at 97 miles an hour.
Wow.
That night. So you see why the pro scouts are there. A lefty throwing in the mid to upper 90s, you don't get that very often.
No, you don't.
So Flood on the mound here for the Warriors. At the plate, Hudson Ruin having a pretty good season here early at the plate. First pitch inside on the corner for a strike. Ruin is DHing today for Ryan Gallagher. Playing in the field is Gallagher. That pitch high for a ball, count even at 1 to Ruin. There's the delivery. Big cut from Ruin. He misses it, of course, and it's a 1-2 count now for Hudson. He's seen it. Flood obviously bringing a little bit of heat himself. We talk about Montgomery, but Flood looks like he's got a pretty good fastball himself. 1-2 delivery off the dirt for a ball. Good eye by Hudson Ruin. Flood trying to get Ruin to chase one. Ruin, he's got too good of an eye there at the plate to chase that one. 2-2 delivery here to Hudson. Ooh, kind of caught him a little off guard there, and he took a kind of a half-hearted cut at it, but he goes down swinging, and that'll be the first out of this second inning and the 4th overall for Flood. Lions have yet to have a base runner. Stepping to the plate now for Leander, Alex Hensley, number 24, first baseman. He had drove in a run against Cedar Park as well. And he drives that one deep and high, but it's not going to get out of here. It looks like it's going to get knocked down near the wall there in left field. Nice play by the outfielder. He got a little bit under it. If he could have leveled that off a little bit, that's probably off that wall at least. And so that's the 5th out of the for the Lions in the of the day. Second of this inning, and up to the plate will be Anthony Beltran. He drove in 3 runs against Cedar Park with a gapper in right center. I think that was in the 3rd inning. So he's up at the plate now with a 1-0 count against Flood. Here's the pitch, chopped to the first baseman. Beltran, first baseman, makes a nice play and gets the 3rd out. And so just like that, we're going to the 3rd inning. And, with Mason Montgomery on the mound, you kind of expect a pitcher's duel, because usually when the opposing coach or manager sees that Mason Montgomery's on the mound, they usually throw their ace back at the Lions. And Flood, obviously that ace for Westwood, he's been dealing as well. So it could be a very quick game, but it could last a long time depending on how many extra innings they go into. There are pitch counts in high school, so they'll keep that monitored. Right now, through 2 innings for Westwood, the Warriors starter Flood has 19 pitches and Montgomery has 16. And it looks like they're going to go on ahead and pull him out. And in to pitch will be Ryan Gallagher, number 13 for the Lions. And so looks like they just wanted to warm up Mason.
Yeah. And,
get him an inning here pre-district and then see what the other guys can do and get their work in. Montgomery is pretty warmed up. He's already had a pretty good outing. I believe he threw a 1-hitter earlier this season. I've got the information. I'll look at it in a little while. The stats, as I said, I just got access to the stats, but I haven't had an opportunity to really pour into them. And so we'll try to do that throughout the season so you can keep up with how your favorite Leander Lions are doing, both at the plate and on the mound. So as we head here into the bottom of the 2nd, coming up for the Westwood Warriors will be the starting pitcher, and that is Flood. And he'll be followed by Garcia, the first baseman, and Clements, the right fielder. So we're going to get ready and get started here. It took a little longer in between the half inning than normal due to the change in pitchers for the Lions. And so Gallagher on the mound for Leander.
For Westwood, number 12, pitcher Mason Flood.
So Mason Flood at the plate for the Warriors to face Ryan Gallagher here to open the 2nd inning. Gallagher, also a lefty. Kicks high, fires it down the pipe. A little bit low for a ball. Second pitch from Gallagher. That one's a little low as well. That's the 2nd ball of the count. So on the 2-0 delivery, still low, ball 3. Gallagher gets behind Mason Flood here early, 3-0 count. Flood likely to be taken here. That one on the inside corner for a strike. Flood thought it was inside. It was a little delay on the call by the umpire, but we're going to have a 3-1 count now. Gallagher staring down the hitter Flood. Starts his windup, kicks high, delivers home. Strike 2 to run the count full. Nice speed on that pitch right on the inside corner.
Nice adjustment. He brought it up a little bit.
So we got a full count now to Mason Flood. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball and walk to start the second inning. Coming to the plate now will be Garcia, the first baseman. Jerry Garcia. Not the singer from the Grateful Dead, although they did play a Grateful Dead song pregame. My favorite ice cream, Cherry Garcia. Gallagher keeps Flood honest there at first. They bring in a pinch runner just now. Looks like that's going to be number 24, Will Clitheroe, to pinch run.
Alex and Will Clitheroe have been playing since they were about knee-high to grasshopper on baseball. They know each other very well.
Yeah, a lot of these kids, especially the ones that played out at Town and Country.
Yeah, they played Town and Country together.
Yeah, especially here at Westwood, a lot of kids play at Town and Country, and some of the ones out in Leander as well. And so you get that in all of the sports going, and makes the games that much more competitive when they know one another. And they catch Clitheroe in a pickle. Nice move by Gallagher, and they get him in the tag. Nice work by the Leander defense. Number 16 there getting the tag. That's Noel Salazar. And that'll be the first out. And so the bases are empty now for Jerry Garcia. First pitch from Gallagher's a strike. That seemed like it hit the bat, then the catcher, maybe even the umpire on the way back. But it is a strike, so we've got a 0-1 count to Garcia. That delivery from Gallagher in the dirt for a ball, so we got to run the count even at 1. One delivery. Gallagher's pitch is ripped up to Salazar at short. He's deep in the hole. The throw is a little bit high, and it's just off the webbing of Hensley's glove, and so the hitter, Garcia, will be safe, although I'm going to assume that's probably an error. Yeah, and it's called an error by the scorer. So he's on base by error. And up to the plate will be Clements, the right fielder, number 8. Gallagher trying to catch Garcia in a bit of a pickle, as he did earlier to Clitheroe. First delivery home. Big cut on that breaking pitch. And because it was in the dirt, the runner advances, but we have a strike at the plate and a runner on second now, so that's Garcia's at second, wisely taking the base when the breaking ball hit the dirt, unable to be handled by the catcher. That one dribbled foul by the hitter, Clements, and that'll run the count to 0-2 with 1 out here, runner on second. Gallagher looks back to second. 0-2 delivery coming up. There's the pitch. And they get him looking for the second out here in the second inning. So Gallagher gets his first strikeout of the evening. Up to the plate will be Kreider, number 5. He's the second baseman. He'll have a runner on second here with 2 outs. And we got some kind of discussion going on here. The third base coach coming over here to talk to the umpire. It looks like they're going to have some kind of change in their lineup. Let's see what it is. They're having some confusion about the bat, which bat to use. It is going to be Kreider coming to the plate. Maddox, the catcher for Leander, trying to keep those Gallagher breaking pitches in front of him. First delivery to Kreider. That one's a strike as it breaks across the plate. Nice job by Maddox to get in front of it, catch it. 0-1 count. Gallagher looks back to second, delivers home quickly. And what a snag by the pitcher as he turns and gets the third out of the inning at Hensley. And so just like that, great play, fielding play by the pitcher to toss out Kreider, and we'll move to the top of the third inning. We're scoreless here, and that's a 1-3 there to close out the second inning. The Lions will be coming to the plate with Anthony Beltran. No, wait, Beltran got out that last inning. So it's going to be Omar Hernandez and then Maddox, followed by Karros. You're listening to SHN Sports. This is Leander Lion Baseball. I'm Chuck Cracy along with Rich Hensley on production. Want to mention the sponsors of Leander Baseball. They include Grand Slam sponsors, Lowe's, Leander Orthodontics at 512-260-5300. Take 5 Haircuts at 512-506-9055. Timmons Insurance Agency at 512-402-0595. Malik & Company, Texas Spine and Injury Center. And then the home run sponsor is Austin Simply Fit. So Leander brings to the plate Omar Hernandez.
Leading off for Leander, number 1, left fielder, Omar Hernandez.
And of course, Omar playing left field today. Flood still on the mound for the Warriors. Starts his windup, delivers. That's a strike on the outside corner. It seemed like it was a little bit high, but they're going to give him a strike on that one. 0-1 is the count now. Second delivery. Big bend breaking pitch inside and low for a ball. Count even now at 1 to Hernandez. That one hit past Flood. And there is a base hit info. They're going to call that an error likely, but it could have been a base hit for Hernandez as he hustles it out. It got by Flood, and as the second baseman was getting near it to make a play, you know, it was going to be bang, bang, and so he was in a little bit of a hurry. He didn't get his glove all the way down, and it rolled underneath that webbing. And the Lions have their first base run of the day. Now at Maddox, the catcher, number 11. Hernandez has a little bit of speed on the base path. First pitch outside and high. They try to get him off, and they almost did. Great move by the catcher there to throw over to first, but Garcia unable to handle that throw, and Hernandez able to get back safely. You got 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Maddox now. He steps back into the box to face down Flood. Flood looks over at Hernandez, delivers home. It's high again for a ball. Maddox had turned to bunt. The third baseman charged up, and Flood delivered it a little bit high to see if they could get a throw from the catcher over to first. He faked it, but it's a 2-0 count now to Maddox. Here's the pitch. High pitch. Maddox swinging at it. Steal attempt is good for Hernandez as the throw is a little bit high. So the Lions have a runner in scoring position here with no outs. Maddox at the plate. 2-1 count. Cox's throw to Kreider just a little bit high and off the bag, and Hernandez able to easily slide under any tag attempts for the steal there. 2-1 delivery now from Flood to Maddox. He turns and lays down a bunt. He's got an opportunity. Hernandez is safe at third, and the ball goes by the third baseman, and he's going home. Hernandez will score, and Maddox will walk into second, and the Lions have an early 1-0 lead and a runner in scoring position at second in the form of Clayton Maddox with no outs here in the top of the third inning. Stepping to the plate for Leander now will be number 2, Karros. Karros is playing third base today. That's Tyler Karros, and there's going to be a meeting at the mound, and we'll take a quick break. You're listening to SHN Sports. I'm Chuck Tracy with Rich Hensley. We'll be right back.
Percent of customers stay with our bank year after year, which means 9% don't. Some move, some change their marital status, and others no longer need us. But a few leave because we could have done something better. So we won't stop pushing, refining, retooling, refueling, tweaking, thinking, and bending over backwards to move things forward. We know that's a lot of work for just a few customers, but to us, they're worth it.
Welcome back as the Leander Lions grab an early 1-0 lead on the Westwood Warriors here. No outs in the top of the third inning. Flood on the mound for the Warriors. Lions have a runner at second base, and Tyler Karros at the plate here as we begin this at bat. Flood starts a slow windup, delivers home quickly. Karros had turned to bunt, and then the catcher Cox just chunked. What a gun he has there at behind the plate as he fires it to second. Almost gets the line runner off the bag. That's Hernandez already scored, so that's Maddox out there unless they pinch run for him, which is possible because he's the catcher. 0-1 delivery. Bunt off of Karros' foot. The pitch was there. It was a very buntable pitch. It was a slow, off-speed, I wouldn't call it a fastball, but he just pulled something off of the pitch. And Karros was able to turn on it, but it went off his toe foul. The count's now 0-2 for Tyler Karros. Flood winds up, looks over at second, at the lead runner, delivers home. That's outside for a ball. And that's Flood and Cox playing a little game with the runners. That pitch was thrown outside intentionally by Flood. He had an 0-2 count. It's 1-2 now after that pitch, but Karros wisely lays off of it. 1-2 delivery. They get Karros looking. And so
brings up the leadoff hitter, number 16, shortstop Noel Salazar.
And so Maddox on second. Salazar comes to the plate now. First swing foul for Salazar. Going to make the count 0-1. Salazar was thrown out. 4-3 was the out there to open today's game. So looking at an 0-1 delivery, and he lays down a nice bunt down the third base line, and it just rolls foul. That definitely would have put Maddox on third, and it does look like they pinch ran for Maddox. I'm not sure who that is. I don't have the full roster here. Locate that. Might be Trinkle down there, but it's difficult to say without my roster. 0-2 delivery from Flood coming to Salazar. Outside for a ball, and there's a throw down on the steal attempt, and they get him. That's the second out here of the inning. And that actually is Charlie McCabe, the pinch runner, who was tossed out at third. And so the Lions with no base runners now for Salazar. 1-2 is the count here with 2 outs. Top of the third, 1-0 is the score. Lions on top. Salazar drives it to left field, and the left fielder able to make the play for the third out of the half inning, and that's Kiersey. out there in left field. And so Lions able to get one across, but that'll be it as we move into the bottom of the third inning. Your score, Leander 1. And the Westwood Warriors 0. We're going to stop the stream momentarily, and we'll be right back. Come back to Westwood High School. We had a little technical problem. I think we've got that fixed as we open here at the bottom of the third. Westwood